Hi, this is Press of Atlantic City sports editor Mark Melhorn, and I'm here with our high school football writer Mike McGarry, and to talk about the Holy Spirit Spartans, last season's state non-public Group 2 champions. But a lot of changes in the offseason for Holy Spirit. A new coach, changing the offense a little bit, I think, Mike?
Yeah, a different era for Holy Spirit football. First of all, John Iannucci comes as a coach. He's the first person in like 25, 30 years who hasn't had a Holy Spirit connection come in and coach the team. John is a solid football guy, a great football guy. He is known for running the triple option. He's run it at camps and clinics all over the country. He's done it at college, and Holy Spirit's going to come out in that triple option this season, and it could cause problems for teams because teams are only going to see it once this season, and they're going to have 4 or 5 days to prepare. So that's Holy Spirit's advantage going into the season.
It is interesting because, a few years ago, you used to see this offense, pretty often at the high school level. And then when the move to this sort of spread offense, throwing the ball around, that's become popular in college, you started to see a lot of high schools adopting that kind of offense. It will be interesting to see how local defenses can react to it.
Yeah, exactly. Look at Navy. Navy runs it, and look at what Navy's done the past couple of years. They've had bowl teams. They certainly don't get the players that other Division I teams get, but this is what you're going to see. Holy Spirit's going to be Navy. Holy Spirit's got a quarterback in Chip LaFragola, sophomore, who John Iannucci said is one of the best he's been seen in his 20 years as a coach as far as running the option. They'll have speed at the running back position. So Holy Spirit is going to cause some problems, but they are extremely young, and that's going to be maybe a speed bump early in the season for them.
Yeah, I was going to say they're coming off a season when they probably had the most dominant backfield in South Jersey with Dante Pollock and Nigel Jones, who's now at the University of Maine. How are they going to be able to replace those seniors who've graduated?
Well, they're not. I mean, and here's the truth. I mean, anybody who coached Holy Spirit, no matter who coached Holy Spirit, Charlie Roman, who's now at St. Augustine as their offensive coordinator, or John Iannucci, Holy Spirit would have taken a step back this year. Their junior class going into seniors, they only have 7 seniors on the team. They would have had that many, 7 or 8, if Charlie had stayed. So they were going to take a little step back. They've got a rough stretch to open up the season, but they've got Hamilton at Hamilton, then they go to St. Joe, then they get a bye week. They've got talent. Talib Gerald at running back, outstanding running back. A.J. Dawson at running back and defensive back. A.J. Dawson might be one of the best defensive players in the Cape Atlantic League. I think Holy Spirit, I wouldn't be surprised to see Holy Spirit playing Immaculata for a state Group 2 title in December, but they're going to have to weather that first 2 weeks going to Hamilton and St. Joe.
Right, and like we've said in other podcasts, they are in that very difficult Cape Atlantic League American Conference this year. All the teams are stacked in there this year. So, again, winning those home games, and like you said, getting that bye week early may help the Spartans after those first 2 tough matchups.
Well, they're going to need that bye week. I mean, they open up at Hamilton, they open up at St. Joe. Those are 2 of the top 5 teams in South Jersey. So they're going to need that bye week. And John Iannucci, in talking to him last week, has sort of preached to his team, hey, don't get discouraged, don't do this. And make no mistake about it, Holy Spirit's going to go out there. They're going to be competitive out there with Hamilton and St. Joe. They might even win those games. I mean, this team is young, but it is talented, and they have a lot of speed. But no matter what happens those first 2 weeks, they'll get the bye week in week 3, they can regroup, and then they go on. And looking at the teams in state non-public too, which is where Holy Spirit is, again, I wouldn't be surprised if Saturday I'm sitting in the press box in Rutgers watching Holy Spirit play Immaculata for the state Group 2 title.